In this lecture, I am going to explain statistics terminologies. In this lecture, I am going to explain population, sample, population parameter, sampling, statistics, large sample and small sample. Statistics. The main objective of any statistical study is draw conclusions about the collection, means about the set of elements or set of observations. Now coming to the terminology in statistics is, first one is population. What is population? Population means collection of objects under study. Collection of objects under study is called population. In this collection, objects may be numbers or measurements or observations or people, etc. The number of objects or observations in the population is called population size. Population size. It is denoted by, population size is denoted by capital N. Now the second point in the population is, population is said to be finite or infinite depending on the size of the population n being finite or infinite. If n is finite, then the population is finite. If n is infinite, then the population is infinite. Now coming to the second definition is sample. What is sample? Sometimes we cannot take each and every objects in the population to examine, because it is difficult process. In such situation, we assume a finite subset or a portion of population is studied. The finite portion or finite subset of the population is called sample. So what is sample now? The finite subset of the population is called sample. For example, the budget of India is considered as population, whereas the budget of Andhra Pradesh considered as sample, because budget of AP is a part of budget of India. That's why budget of India is a population, budget of AP is sample. Now coming to the second example, engineering students in Andhra Pradesh is considered as population, whereas engineering students of RGUKT AP are considered as sample. Like this. These are the examples, some of the examples for population and sample. Now coming to the next definition, population parameter. What is population parameter? Population parameter is a statistical measure or constant obtained from the population. That is, The statistical measure or constraint obtained from the population by using the formulas mean, mu, variance, sigma square, etc. So, mean, variance are the population parameters. Now, sampling. What is sampling? The process of taking samples from the population is called sampling. Suppose in the above example, the budget of AP can be taken from the budget of India. So the budget of AP, the process of taking budget of AP is nothing but sampling. Now coming to the statistic. What is statistic? A statistical measure obtained from the sample. The statistical measures obtained from the sample is called statistic. The statistical measure or constant obtained from the formulas mean, x bar, variance, s square, etc. Now we conclude here. The population parameters are mean, mu, variance, sigma square, whereas sample parameters are x bar, mean, variance, s square. Now we write conclusions here. The word parameters are used to population. The word statistics are used to sample. While drawing a sample from the given population, we must follow samples must be a true or a good representative of the population. Then only we obtain good results for the given survey. The second point is sampling should be random or probabilistic. Now, the next definition is large sample. What is large sample? How can we say the given sample is large? In sample definition, we forgot a point. The number of objects in the sample is always denoted by small n. So number of objects or number of elements in the sample is denoted by small n. Now coming to the definition large sample here. Number of elements or objects in the sample is greater than or equals to 30, then the sample is called large sample. That is, in notation, if n greater than or equals to 30, here small n represent the number of objects in the sample, then the sample is called large sample. In the next definition, what is small sample? What is small sample? How can we say the given sample is small? If the number of elements or objects in the given sample is always less than 30, then the sample is said to be small sample. So here 30 is the benchmark for deciding the given sample either large or small. In notation, this small sample can be represented as, if n small n less than 30, then the sample is called small sample. These are some terminologies in statistics.